Hey everyone. So this is going to be a video in a style which is a little bit different from what I usually do, which is just uploading like 30-second highlights and shit. I feel like I had to make this in light of the recent events that have been happening to me with the script accusations and all that sort of shit. Like, I'd like to make it clear that I have close to like 1,000 hours on Genji. I've got nearly 700 on my main and 100 on my Smurf, plus custom games and shit, which doesn't count on the career profile. All in all, it adds up to maybe even over 1,000. So keep that in mind, that I've done this type of flick so many times. It's what I've come to be known for. People watch me for those super quick 180s. So imagine practicing those for more than 1,000 hours. Eventually you'd build up muscle memory and you'd get really good at it, right? You'd be able to recreate it almost effortlessly if you like perform that like type of stuff every day, like all day. That type of like flick, like if I play only one hero, I'm obviously going to be really good at it, right? Otherwise, like if I spent 1,000 hours on one hero and I was bad, then like what the hell am I doing? But anyway, that's all it really is, just practice. Now I know the clip looks really fishy, I won't deny it. That's probably the best flick I've ever done in my entire Overwatch career, but best doesn't always necessarily mean it took the most skill to perform. Sometimes it's just luck. But in my case, like it was a little bit of luck, but it was also like I had the information that the Pharah was behind me. If you guys take a listen to the clip, you would be able to hear that the Pharah like jump jets off the statue. No, actually like concussion blasts off the statue and then jump jets. So I knew that she was directly behind me, and that's just how I performed that super fast flick. I got lucky. I spun my mouse 180 and it happened to land, like, it actually didn't even land over her head. People are accusing me of like some sort of aim lock or something. It didn't even land on her head. It was like on her right it was like on her right shoulder or something. Like, yeah, I totally got a fucking aim lock to lock on the right shoulder. Makes fucking sense. But anyway, I'd like you guys to have a look at the following clip. It's of me recreating it on Dorado using the cactus behind me as an example. Cannon's gonna fucking like end up on far. Like what I was aiming like down at a Reinhardt like this, and then I immediately flicked like up. I agree, it was like a little bit lucky as well, but I can do that. I can reproduce it. Like, I mean, not perfectly, of course, but you know, I can do it really fast. That's my sensitivity. So as you can see, it's not perfect, but I can do it near perfectly once every few flicks. It's just because of the sheer amount of playtime that I have on Genji and the sheer amount of time I spent attempting these weird instantaneous flicks is the reason I can do them. Thing is, a lot of the times moving like this gets me killed, but when it works, it looks so goddamn flashy, and I love getting those types of play the games that you've all come to know and love. And it's just, it feels like I'm some sort of overpowered protagonist in an anime or something, you know? Like, it's cool. But anyway, moving on. I think Jane explained my aiming style really well. Take a look at this next clip, guys.
The way that Necros moves his mouse is always very fast to a new location, stops, to a new location, to a new location, to a new location. His mouse doesn't float around even when he's normally aiming. He goes in very discrete and quick movements. To a new location, to a new location, and then to a new location. So that's his aiming style. The last one was extremely fast, but if you do have this style, you know, if you play the game for how many hours on stream, one of your really ridiculous 180 flicks is going to land on a target eventually, and you're going to look like this. So there's enough things going on here that makes me think that this could be legit. So, when you cherry pick one clip out of hours of footage, I think it's a possibility that he's legit.
So keeping in mind what Jane said, it really does make sense, does it not? As he described it, my movements are very quick and discreet, and when you're aiming like this all the time, one of those 180 flicks is eventually gonna land on a target, right? And besides, it's only one clip in who knows how many hours of gameplay. This type of thing hasn't ever happened to me before for a reason. It's because it was really lucky. It was a very lucky flick. Also, bear in mind that I was accused in the past too. I've already had to deal with this type of negativity about a year back when people were convinced I was cheating. But I'm fairly sure Blizzard looked into my account many times because, as I said, I've been getting accused since Season 2, which was nearly two years ago. But I'll let you guys decide on which one it is. I proved the haters wrong, then I'll do it again. So now, with that being said, I'm gonna attempt some 180 flicks on these training bots with the hand cam and the keyboard and mouse input recorder. So yeah, you guys can tell me if you believe me or not. Like, I don't really know what else I can do to prove my innocence. I'll just try this. Alright. So that's about it for this video. If you guys have any idea on what further steps I should take to prove my innocence, make sure to tell me down in the comments. I'll be reading all of them. Until next time, see you guys.